Hey guys, today I'm going to be rating 20 different light blocks in Minecraft, from worst to best. So stay tuned till the very end so you can see what my favorite light source is, and before we start, let me know in the comments what you think that's going to be. Obviously, this is going to be hard to do based on light sources serving different purposes, but I'll try to explain my reasoning as best as I can for how they rank up in my 16,000 day hardcore world. So now, let's get into it. Starting off in last place at number 20 has to be the redstone lamp. I'm not much of a redstoner, so personally, this doesn't have a practical use for me, and it's not the prettiest thing to display in my opinion either. I'll also throw the redstone torch and redstone block into this category as well. 19. Soul torch. The soul torch is almost last for me as I barely use them for anything. They don't emit a crazy amount of light and are difficult to actually have the materials for. 18. Shroom lights. This might come to a surprise to some of you because I know a lot of people love shroom lights, but I just really don't like them. Due to their bright orange color, I do struggle to tie them into builds, but I will say I love the noise they make when you break them. Might be one of the best ASMR in Minecraft. 17. The magma block. This was sort of a hard one as it's actually semi-useful due to it being used in some of my farms, but overall I don't like using it due to the possibility of accidentally stepping on it and damaging my armor, and there is so much of it in the nether that it gets annoying to look at, but it is a pretty solid practical light block. 16. Jack-o'-lantern. I really wanted to rank these higher as I do believe they're an underrated light source, however I've only found a few instances where they actually fit into a build of mine, but when they do work, they work really well. 15. Soul campfire. Soul campfires have worked for some really nice pillar designs in my hardcore world, and I do use them for one of my creeper farms too, but overall I think they're expensive to craft, and that's kind of why I find myself not using them as often. 14. Glowstone. I love glowstone, and if you asked me to rank light sources a few updates ago, this actually may have been my number one. Glowstone is pretty nostalgic for me, and every time I use it, it reminds me of some of the earliest builds that I did in my hardcore world. Glowstone dust is also farmable, which makes it not that bad to obtain either. 13. Copper bulbs. This is currently the newest light source that was added to the game in the 1.21 update. I do appreciate that the lighting level is customizable based on the oxidization level of the block. The reason it gets a low score for me for now is because I haven't really had a chance to use it too much yet, but I think I will as time goes on. 12. Sea lanterns. Like glowstone, sea lanterns were another light source that had an absolute chokehold on me. I love the blue and white color, and if you look closely, they actually have a really fun animation as well. I also use them a bunch as part of my nether transformation project that I did. These are also something that can be farmed, but might not be obtained till later on in the game. 11. Torch. Coming in just shy of number 10 for me is a regular torch. I have used thousands of these in my world as they are one of the cheapest light sources to craft and throw down whenever you need light. Although I'm on a mission to remove every single torch in my world and replace them with other light sources, they still rank highly for me just based on how much I've actually used them. So they might not be the prettiest, but they're definitely the most convenient. Number 10. Glow lichen. This again is one of the newer light sources in the game, and I actually like this one due to its simplicity. You can place them on any solid block, and you might find them in caves as well, which is a nice touch to help keep the mobs away. But placing them on the top of certain blocks can provide a really nice decorative aspect. You can bone meal it, which makes it pretty easy to obtain, and I definitely recommend checking these out if you haven't already. 9. Campfires. Although simple and a tad expensive to craft, I really do love using campfires a lot throughout my world. Not only does it give off light, but the smoke effect it also gives can help add some movement to things as well, such as these fake waterfalls that I built in the nether. I also basically use them for every single chimney I've built in my world. 8. Beacons. This is a light source that I only just started using decoratively, but it is such a good one. The block itself looks so fancy and gives off quite a bit of light as well. I've been using them for these hanging crystal things in my ancient city project, and they've worked really well. You can also do some crazy designs with the beacon beams too. They are a great way to help locate your base if you get lost, and you can also use them to draw focus to certain things, like I did to accentuate my dragon egg. 7. Candles. I haven't actually used these too much, but the customization aspect of these is why they place so highly, because I know if I need to use them, I have numerous options. You can group them, light them, and dye them any color. 6. Soul lanterns. I have used soul lanterns quite a bit in my world. One thing I love about them, firstly, is the fact that the light isn't strong enough to melt ice or snow, so you can place them all around snowy themed builds and not have to worry about them melting things. Being able to place them and hang them also makes me want to use them more. 5. Sea pickles. I love sea pickles and I use them whenever I can. If you place them underwater, they will glow, which is great to help light up underwater builds. You can also customize the light level by choosing to place more or less. I enjoy these so much that they even became a catchphrase in my stream, which some of you might know. Pickle, bone, whack. Number 4, end rods. End rods are a little bit harder to obtain as you need to visit the end dimension to get the materials, but I do believe these are one of the best light sources in the game. They can be floating, hanging, and you can change the direction to horizontal or vertical. I have used these for numerous different builds around my world as the neutral color makes them blend with just about anything. 3. Glowberries. This is another block that I use so much in my world. If you're looking to add foliage and light, there is no better choice than glowberries. They can be as long as you want them to be, and you can choose exactly which part of the vine you want to light up, making them a really nice customizable option. In second place, lanterns. These take the second spot for me due to them basically acting as an elevated torch. They seem to match with a lot of builds in my world and are nice if you're looking for something a little more thought out than just placing torches all around. I use them for lampposts as well as hanging on the exterior and interior of almost every single building I've made in my world. And taking the number 1 spot for me is frog lights. These were another light source that was added to the game fairly recently and I've become obsessed with them. They come in 3 different colors and are kind of fun to collect as you need different color frogs in order to get them. I managed to build a pretty easy frog light farm in my hardcore world and it works amazingly well. I get so many frog lights from this and depending on the build I can change up the color wherever I need. Not only this, but frog lights are a lag-free light source, meaning you can place down thousands of them without creating any extra strain on your game. For this reason, not only do I use these on display a lot, but furthermore I hide them everywhere in the ground as a way to make my build spawn-proof. So I hope you enjoyed me ranking these 20 different light sources in Minecraft. I'd love to know your favorite light block and why you'd choose it. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe and also let me know what you want to see me rank in Minecraft next. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.